Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're starting a brand new series. We're going to be using a slow cooker and these are recipes that I'm calling throw and go because that's literally how simple they are. You gather a bunch of ingredients, throw them all into the slow cooker, leave it for a couple of hours and you're a happy camper. Today we're going to be making yellow split pea soup. This soup originates from Poland and is actually considered as an army recipe or an army soup because it's so warm and hearty and so full of protein. Let's look at the ingredients that we're going to need. Okay, this is so simple. The first thing we need to do is give our yellow split peas a bit of a rinse, typical for what you do for any legumes. If you remember from my dal tarka recipe, we did exactly the same thing. So let me go and give this a rinse. Okay, I rinsed them about 3 times until the water ran clear, so I'm just gonna put them into my bowl and I'm gonna top them up with some cold water just until they're covered. And I'm gonna let them soak while I prep the rest of my ingredients. If you're organized, you can soak these overnight, but we're gonna be cooking ours for like 7-8 hours, so we don't need to do that step. They're gonna be nice and soft by the end of the recipe anyway. Okay, let's prep our veggies. I've got some carrots here and I'm just gonna dice them into kind of smaller squares. I'm just gonna transfer them to a bowl. Next, I'll move on to my potato. I wanna dice them a little bit smaller as well, into about quarters or eighths, and they can just go into the same bowl. These are a bit bigger, so I'll do one more chop. I want to get them around the same size. The potatoes I'm using are a little bit more starchy because I kind of want them to dissolve in the stew as it cooks. Next, I'm going to move on to my onions, which I'm going to finely dice. And into my bowl they go. And finally, I've got my garlic, which I'm just going to dice up randomly. They're going to be cooking for so long that they're going to totally dissolve anyway. All right, let's put it all into our pot. First, I'm gonna go in with my split peas and the water they've been soaking in. I just wanna spread them evenly on the bottom. Next, I'm gonna go in with my meats. I've got some bacon bits here, which I'm gonna add in. You could use sausages as well. I like the smoked bacon. Next, I've got the skin of the smoked bacon that I saved from when I made bigos. If you wanna check out the recipe, make sure to click the card up here. And I'm just gonna add that in, it's gonna give extra flavor. Next, I'm gonna go in with my vegetables. I have some spices here, so I've got some allspice, marjoram, and bay leaves. I'm adding a stock cube for extra flavor. You can use chicken or vegetable stock. I'm using chicken today. You want to make sure that you season this well, so I'm going in with salt and pepper. But do remember that the bacon and the stock cube are already salted, so maybe adding a little bit less than you think you will need now, and then taste a bit later and adjust as you need. And then for the final step, I'm gonna top it all up with some warm water. I'm using warm just to kind of speed up the cooking process a little bit. But again, time is not an issue here. We're gonna be cooking this for a long, long time. Okay, and this is pretty much ready to go. Just remember, when you're using a slow cooker, don't overfill it with liquid. The vegetables and even some of the meats you use are gonna want to release some liquid of their own. So wait a couple of hours until you see what your liquid levels are like, and then at that point if you're feeling a little bit of extra liquid, then you can add it in. Okay, with the lid on, all we have to do is let it cook for about 7 hours on a low heat. Go about your day, run all your errands, do whatever you need to get done, and then when you come back home, you will have a beautiful, hearty and comforting meal. All right, it's been 6 hours, so let's see how our soup is looking. Let me check how the vegetables are doing. Not quite soft enough yet. I'm gonna give everything a bit of a stir to make sure that everything's well mixed in, and then see if I need to add any more liquid or anything like that. Okay, now that everything is well stirred and mixed in, I'm gonna go in with a bit of extra water because I think it needs it. I want to make sure that everything's well covered. I'm gonna put the lid back on and put it up to high. And I'm gonna let it go for another 2 hours, and by then everything should be ready. Okay, I've let it cook for another couple of hours. This is the type of soup that gets better the longer it's been cooking, but I think it's ready now. Let's have a look and see what it looks like. And that looks perfect. I can see that everything's kind of like merging together. Some of the starch from the potatoes is kind of seeped through to the stock, so it's no longer see-through. And it just looks absolutely fantastic. Let me pour myself a bowl. All right, let me give it a try. It's so good. It is so warm, and I called it out today. It's just perfect. There's so much flavor in there. All of the veggies are nice and soft. You get that smokiness from the bacon, which also adds a lot of flavor. And the peas do have a little bit of bite still to them. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. This soup is perfect for a Baltic day like today. It is so cold and it warms you right up from the inside. It is so hearty and delicious. Please give it a try. Let me know what you think of our new throw and go recipes. I think this is going to be fantastic for the time of the year that it is. It's just so simple. You put it all together, leave it for a couple of hours, and then you have a delicious meal at the end of it. If you like this recipe, be sure you give me a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you thought of it. Let me know if you have any slow cooker recipes of your own. I would love to try them myself. The slow cooker is a new tool in my kitchen, so I'm ready to explore. If you try this soup and you want to post it on Instagram, be sure that you tag me. I would love to see it. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos and share with all of your friends. With that, I'll leave you for this video and enjoy. Subscribe to this. It's so stupid. Subscribe. Stop laughing. Okay.